Hey, I'm Brendan Moran. I'm here at the Shadelands for the kickoff of the LimeBike rideshare program. Joining me is Angela De La Houssaye. She's in charge of the steering committee here at the Shadelands. So tell me about the bikes.
This is so exciting. So we have a launch today of these dockless bikes, and they're from LimeBikes. So we're very excited, and actually we're deploying 500 bikes today at Shadelands. They can be taken anywhere in the city. And the concept of a dockless bike is that it's very environmentally friendly, very user-friendly, because you don't need a bike stand to dock it. They dock wherever, and then you load the app, the LimeBike app, and it shows you by pretty little limes where your closest bike is. So really exciting and an environmentally friendly way to kick off this launch.
Why did you guys want to bring this to Shadelands specifically?
That's a great question. So as Shadelands is developing and growing, I chair a group called the Shadelands PBIDS Committee. And it's a steering committee that tries to find ways to enhance the business park. We have been the committee that was behind the free ridership on the buses, the Shadelands buses that you'll see. So the bikes were a concept that came up when we were thinking, you know, this Shadelands business park is hundreds of acres. People don't realize how big it is. It's over 200 acres. And how do you get from one end to the other? If you want to start at Orchards and have lunch and go to Calicraft and have a beer and then ride to the Pleasant Hill BART station, how do you do that, you know, and drop a bike without taking a bike on BART or something like that, or get from one end of the park to the other? And someone had heard about these dockless bikes, which are springing up all over Alameda County, San Francisco, and different cities in the US. And so that's how the concept was introduced to us. And it was fairly new then, but we're really excited to be one of the cities in the East Bay that's actually launching.
So people can grab their phones, they walk up to a bike, they open the app, and then they scan their phone on the bike, and it opens the lock, right?
Yes, the bikes are locked. You actually can't lift them without an alarm going off, so they're theft resistant. But you walk up to a bike, you have to have the LimeBike app. You pull up the app through GPS, it locates the bike closest to you, and then you can even position your camera on the SKU. It'll load the bike and it unlocks it. They're $1 a half hour, so it's only $2 an hour to ride.
Wow.
And if you're an employee here at Shadelands, they're free. So it's a really great way to get people using the entire business park and beyond.
So you can ride these not just in the Shadelands, but wherever.
Exactly, yes. You can pick up a bike in Shadelands or wherever, and you can ride it to downtown Walnut Creek, any of the BART stations, from one end of Shadelands to the other. You can take it anywhere. So
the bikes themselves are pretty sturdy, right?
Yes. The bikes actually have foam tires, so the tires don't go flat. And the baskets have a solar panel in them that lights up the little light on them.
Oh. I'm here with Megan Colford. She's with LimeBike, and she's going to tell us how this all works, right?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking at a bike. Looks like you can get on and ride it, but there's a lot more to it than that.
So our bikes are what are called a dockless bike share model, meaning that our bikes can be parked throughout the community just like you see here. There's a kickstand that allows it to stay up. It doesn't require a bike rack. Now all of the unlocking and tracking of your bikes and trip happens right here through a rear wheel lock that is GPS enabled. So if you're walking down the street and you see this bike and you want to unlock it, you pull out your phone and use the LimeBike app to unlock it just with scanning the QR code. The LimeBike app is free on the iTunes Store and Google Play, and Android, Android and iTunes.
And then when you're done with it, what do you do?
So when you're done, you park it in a responsible parking area. Anywhere that you would park your normal bike, you can park a LimeBike. You put the kickstand down if needed, and then you just simply manually lock it up, and it sings a little song that you just heard, and then you're on your way. It'll pop up on your app how far you went, how many calories you burned, how many carbon emissions you saved,
really?
And you're good to go until the next time you want to ride a bike.
How's the ride itself? These look like brand new bikes.
They are, yeah. So we design and manufacture our own bikes. They're designed to be rideable by a wide variety of bodies and people and types. They have 8 gears, so they can get you up those hills when you need it, and they've got a bell for safety, as well as several other key safety features that make it a smooth ride.
Now this is going to be here for the Shadelands in general, right? And it's a really big area, so if you wanted to walk from one end to the other, it'd take you about 20 minutes or so. Have you talked to anybody about how excited they are about having bikes now?
Yeah, we actually just at this event today, we saw a few people riding up, and on our drive-in we saw people checking it out. I really think that a business park is one of the best use cases for our bikes, that it can get you to your lunch or to your meeting in a quarter of the time that it would take to walk. So I think people are really thrilled, especially tying it with transit options like BART as well. What we try to do on the operation side is make sure that there are enough bikes so that even if the bike you rode there isn't available, there would be another one right there 10 yards away. Cool. So we're launching initially in Shadelands with 300 bikes, and we're going to see what the usage looks like and whether we need to increase or decrease that number. But once we hit that right number, you're never going to have to walk far for a LimeBike.
Well, that does it from the Shadelands. Make sure to download your LimeBike app, and I will see you on the road.